Hi people, welcome again to this project architecture. Here I'm going to draw the floor plan of the first floor. If you arrived here accidentally, you can watch the tutorial of the first exercise, clicking on the link that appears now. However, it's not mandatory, you can still proceed with this video without watching the ground floor. On the description of this video, I add the link of the PDF file to make this exercise. So let's start. To start drawing the first floor, first of all, I'm going to copy the ground floor. It's the floor plan of the last exercise. So I copy all the objects except the layer with the dimension lines. Next, I go to the Layer Properties Manager and create a new layer with the name Sketch and set up a different color for it to distinguish. For example, this one, gray. Then I select all the copied plan and send the objects to the new layer by clicking in this tab and select Sketch. Then I'm going to lock the layer Sketch to avoid moving the objects accidentally. I just click on that icon. Now, to draw the external walls of the first floor, I didn't give the dimensions to you. Why? Because you need to use the structure walls of the ground floor. It's simple, you just need to draw over them. The only thing is that this first floor is a bit smaller. So, looking to the ground floor, I can start making the walls. Set walls as the current layer. Activate the command polyline and start, for example, in this endpoint. Then go down, and because all these lines are horizontal and vertical, you can turn the ortho mode to be much faster to draw. You can either press the button F8 or click on the icon in the status bar. Then put the second point here. After, keep drawing using the external corners as references, and you just need to click when the object snap points appear. When I finish, I can press Escape to exit the command. Now, to draw the opposite side of the exterior walls, I can use the command Offset. Specify 350 for the offset distance. Then I click on the polyline, move the pointer inside the area and click again. Once these walls are done, it's time to move to the internal ones. This time, they don't match really with the ground floor, so I have to follow the dimensions that you can see on the PDF file. It's simple. To the exterior. Draw a polyline following the walls from the ground floor. It's very simple. Then I do the same for the other side. Here I hover this corner to find this intersection with the x-axis. Next, for the first bedroom, use both dimensions. With polyline, go to this endpoint, drag down, type 4250, draw a horizontal line with 3000 mm of length, then connect this with the top. With the command Offset, type 150 mm for the distance, click on the line, then click again on this side. Then let's draw the bedroom below. I'm going to make a vertical line at the distance of 3800 from the corner. Then hover this corner to draw the line until this point. Remember that to have these track lines working properly, you should turn on Auto Snap Tracking. It's the icon here. Then connect the other segment of the polyline in this point. Finally, click on the grid below to extend the line until the exterior wall. And use Offset again. This time just press enter twice, as we are using the same offset distance. Now I'm going to use this distance of 1500. Use the command line. Move this point, go up, type 1500 and draw the line to connect to this perpendicular point from the sketch. Offset the line like I did with the others, it's very simple. Then there is a line here, 1800 millimeters. Just check those distances on the PDF file. So make that line. Then draw a line with 150 and connect it there. Finally, draw the remaining line on this side. Finally, there I will make the wall that divides the bedroom at the left. I draw it exactly above the one at the ground floor. I can also still use the distances on the PDF file. You can see that they match the ones at the sketch. To draw the stairs, I'm going to use the drawing from the ground floor, and then just modify what I need. First, unlock the layer sketch. Click there. Then copy the stairs to a place besides the plan. Put the new stairs on the layer staircase. And after I can lock again the layer sketch because I don't need to modify it anymore. With the command move the staircase group to its proper position. To do it, I'm going to specify any endpoint at the left here in order to connect it easily to that wall. Yes, it's not finished. Then I need to use move again, and this time I can use one of the icons at the top and connect to the wall there. Right next, I can draw the other wall that divides the staircase. I'm going to use the sketch to draw two vertical lines. Then, because the objects that compose the staircase are grouped, I click on the stair, click with the right button and ungroup. Now I can add more threads here. Switch to the layer staircase. Draw a line here. Then use the command offset to draw the other threads, and the offset distance is the thread length, 250 millimeters. The railing. I can extend the lines, for example. Type EX, it's the command extend, and press enter. First, I click on the horizontal line on the bottom. This is going to be my extension boundary. Press enter, and then click on these lines to extend. After, I extend the wall also to the same horizontal axis. But this time I'm going to use the grips to do it. Next, I'm going to use the command trim to erase these parts from the stairs that are hidden in this floor plan. Select all the objects here, press enter, and just click on the parts to delete. The staircase is now finished. If you want, you can draw also the end of the railing, it's not very important. But let's do it. This distance is 50. With the command line, I hoof this point, move to the left, type alpha 50, which is 25, to draw the radius of the circle, which is 50 millimeters. Now I can easily make the circle. Finally, I'm going to use the command extend, select the circle, press enter and click on both lines to extend to the circle. Trim extra segments on the walls. After completing the internal walls, we realize there are some lines between walls to erase. First, I suggest to turn off the sketch for a few moments, as it's easier to view the plan. Then, use the command trim. Select all the floor plan, press enter, and click on those segments to erase. This exterior wall on the ground floor, I decided to not show it in the first floor. So, I'm going to use the command explode, select these objects, and the polyline here will return to lines, its former objects. Now look at this tip to color objects. When you want certain objects with different colors than the other objects in a certain layer, you can simply select the objects and on the Properties panel, change the color to the one that you want. It's very simple. Insert windows on the floor plan. The windows blocks were already created on this file for the ground floor plan. This means we can insert them from the block panel. But before I set the current layer to Windows. I click on Insert a block and choose the window. I place it aside. Then, with the command copy, I add the windows to my drawing. I choose this corner as my base point. Then, I copy to the rooms where the window is on the same position as in the floor below. When I finish, I invert these two windows here. I click on the first, then on this grip I click again to change the direction, as you can see. After, I do the same to the second one. These are parameters added to the blocks, which I explained to create them on the tutorial to draw the ground floor. Click on the card above to learn to do this with dynamic blocks. Now, copy the window to the wall on the right room. Because I want it on the same x coordinates of this window, on the ground floor, I hover this point, drag down until I find this intersection. Then do the same to the room at the left, but this time hover the corner of the double door. After, click on the distance parameter, it's the one at the right, to increase the window to the new length, 1600 millimeters. Now, how can I trim the vertical lines? One method is use the command explode to revert to its original objects. Then with command trim, I select everything, press enter and click on the segments that I want to delete. I press enter at the end again. Then I prefer to select the lines of one window. Click with the right button and group them. After, do the same to the other. Then select both windows and bring to the Windows layer. Now in this side there are two windows with 900 millimeters each. Let's place them symmetrically regarding the wall here. I copy one window, I hover the corner and insert it with a distance of 500 from the corner. Then with this grip, I specify the new length of 900 millimeters. With the command mirror, I select the window and put it on the other side using the middle point here to make the mirror line. On the next part, I'm going to insert the doors on the drawing. Like the windows, they were also created as blocks with parameters. First, I'm going to switch to the layer doors. Then click on Insert at the block panel and click on the door. Place it more or less here. Then I'm going to copy the door to the right and then with the command rotate, select the object, specify this corner as my base point, and then apply a rotation of 90 degrees. I click when the rotation line is vertical, it's right now. Then I can copy the door to the walls that they belong. This one, I can put it on the corner for the moment, then I change it. The second, I hove the corner, let's move it down and place it where I want, for example, here 150 millimeters. Remember that in this exercise you are free to specify the door's position. For the third, I do the same, and this time let's type 1100. The first door, let's move it now to this side, using the base point here. To switch the door opening, I can click on it, and then on this arrow, I click to switch the direction. Now for the remaining door, I can actually move this one with the base point and place it, for example, in the midpoint of this wall. Text labels. To insert the room labels, I can use the ground floor and copy one text object to all the rooms of the first floor, in order to have the same size. First, I switch to the layer Text Labels. Then, with the command copy, I select this object and copy it to all the rooms of the first floor plan. When I finish, I press Escape. Then I double-click on the first and rename with the correct labels. Then I do the same for all. After, I need to draw the areas also, but this time I'm going to do different. I click on this one with the right button. Go to Quick Properties and check the height. Then I go to the Annotate tab. I choose a text style which is not annotative, for example Standard. This blank shows the current text height. However, this is not a problem, as I can change it to a different one. I activate the command Single Line Text. Specify the first point. Then for the text height, I type 200. The direction of the text will be horizontal. Finally, I type the text. Then I copy this object to all the rooms in the same way as the room labels. And when I finish, I'm going to calculate the area of each room. To calculate an area, I go to the Utilities panel, click here under Measure, and then go to Area. The shortcut to calculate an area is AA. Then I just need to click in all the vertices of a specific area. Then press Enter, and there you can see the result. This is a very big number because here I'm working in millimeters. So, to convert square millimeters to square meters, I need to count zeros from the right to the left and then put a comma. It's simple. Then I can edit the text and repeat the process to all the rooms. Prepare the layout to print the first floor. Go to the layer properties and unlock and hide the layer sketch. Then I'm going to show to you a tool called Layer Walk. That's very nice sometimes. A window shows up with a list. And that will help me to decide which layers I want to show. I click on Sketch and have this box empty to not restore the layers after closing this window. Now you can see it's the only one that shows up here. Then I can delete everything in the sketch except the boundary of the ground floor. When I finish, I click here to turn all the layers on. Now let's add the dimension lines to the plan. I do exactly the same process as I did on the ground floor. I go to the Annotate tab, select the dimension style annotated and make sure I specify the scale of 1/100 and then start making the dimension lines. This is very important. I can use the command continue to draw dimensions on the same axis, all together. When a dimension line is overlapped over another, like what happened here, I click on it, move the grip where is the text, and this list shows up. I can select several options, like move the text with leader. As you see, now I can replace the text where I desire. So now I almost finished, but I want to continue drawing the dimensions from a different dimension object. I click on continue, then click on select, then I choose this one and draw the remaining ones at this side. Then I do the same above here. How to change the units shown on the dimension lines. Here the dimensions are in millimeters because they are the units that I'm working on this file. However, it's possible in Autocad to show the dimensions in meters, centimeters, or in a different unit. Just go to the Dimension Style Manager and on the Primary Units tab, I go to the suffix blank and add a symbol of meters, m. Then it's not enough. On Scale Factor, put the conversion from millimeters to meters, which is 0.001. Then I click on OK, and you can notice that all the dimension lines were updated. Finally, I'm going to show you how to create a new layout for the first floor. That's going to be very easy if we use the layout of the ground floor. I'm going to create a copy of this page. Click with the right button. Go to Move or Copy. Then in this window, click on Create a Copy and press OK. So the new tab that appears, I rename it to First Floor A3. Then, as the viewport here has the same settings as for the ground floor, I just need to first unlock the viewport, then move the workspace to the right, and here you have it, the first floor. And this tutorial is finished. I can now print the first floor. So that's the end of this tutorial. Thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to CAD in Black if you haven't done it yet, of course. So keep practicing and see you in the next tutorial. Bye bye.